Hello Bulldog fans, my name is Montesi with Hail State TV, and I am joined by Artem Ilyushin, who is now the #1 tennis player on our men's squad here at Mississippi State. Artem, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How's
good.
it going?
Well, aside from the unsuspected heat, I'm doing nice. Just fine, but I'm used to it. Starkville. Anyway, Artem right now is one of the hottest tennis players in the SEC because he has won 3 matches in a row against players who are ranked in the top 35. Artem was recently named SEC Player of the Week. So Artem, congratulations on the accomplishment.
Thank you very much.
Now I got to ask, when you first found out that you were going to be the SEC Player of the Week, what was your reaction?
Well, I was super excited. You know, you don't get those news very often, so it meant a lot to me. Still means that we're on the right track. I'm working hard with my coaches and trying to achieve my goals, and that's what matters.
Very cool. Now, one of the things we mentioned before the interview was right now you hold the #1 spot on the tennis team. Now, some of our fans aren't quite as tennis literate as you and I are. So can you just tell us what that means as far as where you're placed in the matches and who you face?
Well, it's a big honor to play #1 position in Mississippi State, especially in our conference.
Right.
It's just so much fun playing one because you get to play one of the best players, not just in the country, but pretty much in the world. And it's a great responsibility, and I feel like I have a good shot of beating those people right now and bringing, winning points to Mississippi State.
So every match, you're taking everyone's best shot, essentially.
Oh yeah, I mean, in this conference, at #1 position especially, you can't relax. You can't just be like, hey, I'm a player of the week, and
right.
I'm just gonna start beating people. It doesn't work that well. It's just, you have to take one match at a time, and prepare for each opponent every day, and trying to get your thoughts in the right place.
Right. Does it ever make you feel like maybe you have some extra pressure on you?
Well, getting to top 30 in the rankings, it's hard, but the hardest part is to maintain it. And everybody who is in the sports knows that maintaining is much harder than getting to whatever position you want to be. So of course it gets some pressure on me, but at the same time I feel like if I continue doing the right things, I'll be most likely to keep my rankings and maybe even move forward.
Well, for those of you who don't know, Coach Nilsson is a pretty intense guy, and I know one of the things he always tells you guys is he wants 100% from you all the time. So can you just talk about your training schedule and how difficult Coach makes practice for you guys?
Oh yeah, I mean, I believe that he not just makes it difficult, he makes it to sometimes impossible. You feel like you can't go anymore, and then he just finds the way to push you through the limits, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I can really do that,
Right.
So it's very exciting to work with him, and I learned so much that it's not all about even tennis, it's so much about inspiration, how much you want to do that, because in the end, when you get to the tough situations and you play some people, teams like Georgia or Ole Miss, when it's everything is on the line, and it comes down to not even like who is playing better that day, it's come down who wants it more. And Coach Nilsson is by far the person that taught me how to want it more, and it starts from practice, and that's matches won on practice, not in an actual day, because
really,
yeah, you put so much work besides the day when you win the match, that you feel comfortable, you feel great coming into the match, and in most cases good things happen when you do that.
Good. Well, it sounds like you have an intense coach, but one who certainly cares about you and is passionate about the sport as well.
Oh yeah, I mean I can't just forget about assistant coach, and they complement each other very, very nicely, because Perry's more of an emotional guy than makes the team be like that, and everybody is excited, and Matt more of a technical guy, and who tells you to work on the specific things, and I think you can't even imagine better coaches than them.
Excellent. Now, getting to know you on a personal level, obviously, Artem, you're not from around here.
Oh,
you were born in Russia, and went to high school in California. So can you just tell us sort of where you were brought up and how you found your way to Starkville?
Well, it was all over the place when I was young, and traveling and playing tennis, enjoying life, and obviously I had to go through a lot of different culture, mixtures.
I'm sure.
It is fun overall. Like, I came to Mississippi, and there was some differences between Mississippi and California, you know, but it come down.
Probably more than a few, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean, you know, California is more like healthy food, you know, like all green stuff, you know, hybrids. You come to Starkville, it's more like big trucks, you know.
Yeah.
People wear boots and stuff, but
right.
you know, it's fine. I mean, it's all come down to people you hang out around. And I'm so happy being here because the community here is so great. Everybody is caring about athletes and students that you never feel like you're left alone. You always feel that somebody's out there, somebody is supporting you and caring about you, and it makes things much easier.
Right. Do you keep in touch with your family, your mother and father?
Yeah. I mean, they call me very often. And, my mom is hoping to come for the SEC tournament over here.
Good.
So it's great. It's great to, you know, have some support from your family even they're far away. But you know, thanks for online scoring and some of the matches we played, they even translate the videos. So a lot of my friends and families from Russia, they keep watching that and supporting us.
Right, so they get to see how you're doing.
Oh yeah, my dad is a total bulldog fan now.
As he should be.
Yeah.
Now I understand you also have a 3-year-old sister. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So and what's her name?
Bonya. That's how.
Bonya.
It's a Greek name, so not very common even in Russia. But thanks to my mom, she picked that name.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm sure she's a huge fan of you as well.
Oh yeah, she is. I mean, I'm trying to win the race, but you know, 20 and 3 years old, you can't compare. So
she probably gets a little more attention than you do.
More than a little.
Right. Okay. One of the things that we know about you is your teammates call you the Kid.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell us about the origins of the Kid?
Yeah. Well, it was very funny. I think the second and the third day I came to Starkville, and you know, I have a team practice. And you know, coach realized that I was the youngest in the team. I was I think 17 years old. That was, you know, a little kid playing, you know, hitting balls, you know, competing with all the guys. And then, you know, it was the first home match when I played it, and I like to wear the headband when I play the matches. So crowds start calling me Karate Kid. You know? So, and then since that day, the freshman year is just stuck with me, and it is a funny nickname, you know. I really enjoy it. Sometimes people go in the matches and they don't even know my name, they don't even know my last name.
Yeah.
They'll be like, hey, let's go, kid, you know, let's do it. So it's a lot of fun. I think it's great when people have, you know, like those things they can learn about you and get more familiar with you, and it helps.
Have you ever seen the Karate Kid?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Any comparisons between you and the original Karate Kid?
I don't know. I guess I fight. You know, my game is about intensity. You know, not giving up any points, making the guy work all the time, and I think that translates in the idea of Karate Kid. You know, he worked hard, he competed hard, and maybe that's why people, you know, kind of drawing a comparison with me.
Well, I know how you feel. People are always telling me that I look like the Karate Kid as well, which means I probably look a lot younger than I should. But regardless, one of the things that your fans also do besides call you the Kid is they do like this when it's crunch time. Can you tell us about this and what this means?
Yeah, well, you know, most of the time when we have a shirt, there is a Mississippi State logo on your left side, and you know, one day I just, you know, went like that, you know, because my heart is in the left spot, and it kind of Mississippi State, you know, sign. So I start pointing to the crowd like that. It means like my heart belongs to the state, and whatever I do at the court belongs to, you know, my fans and the school, and people loved it. You know, they picked it up, and we play home matches, and they know my signs, they know what I do, and you know, people get excited, and you know, you can't even imagine how much energy you get as being in the court, seeing that people not just came to watch, you know, they came to get involved, they came to support you, and it's so much energy you're getting from them that sometimes you don't have any power, you don't have any control of what's going on in the match, you're like very tired or whatever any other reason is, and you get that drive, that motivation from, you know, from the crowd that you can do amazing things on the court.
So they just fill you with energy, basically.
It's very important that, you know, people come and, you know, they get involved in the matches, and it's just, you know, being a player down to the court, and it's just like, man, these people like very, you know, expecting from you something special, and you having that drive to do that, and it's great.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Artem, it's been great getting to know you. Also, you have a big match on Friday, is that right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, who are we playing against?
We're playing Alabama at 2 o'clock afternoon. Hopefully it's not going to rain.
Sure, I hope not.
So, you know, this weather is awesome right now, so hopefully it's going to stay the same way. And you know, we're expecting a lot of people come and support us so we can have a good start, because it's the first SEC match and we want to really make a statement in the first match and, you know, go get some, well, in that case, Alabama is going down on Friday.
That's what's up. Well, Artem, thank you so much for joining us. It's been great to get to know you. No problem. He's Artem Ilyushin. I'm Louis Montesi. Come support him on Friday. Remember, when you do this, you know it's over. Thank you for watching Hail State TV. I'm Louis Montesi.